Dad.
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Sacha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Pariyana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Sakhan Mutam Sacha Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Guru Abhishta Sapurakam Guru Ganarashisa Sambhushitam Chinta Chinta Samasta Vedanapunam Shri Rupa Pantanugam Govinda Bhidam Ujjalam Vartanam Bhaktyanvitam Sundaram Vande Vishwaguruncha Divya Bhagavad Premno Hibij Pradam Devam Divyatanam Suchandravadanam Balarkachelanchitam Sandranandapuram Sadek Varnam Vairaki Vidyam Budam Shri Siddhantanidhim Subhakti Lasitam Sarasataram Maram Bandetam Shubhadam Adek Sharanam Nasisaram Srīdharam Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Tividito Gauriya Gurvanve Bhato Bhanuriva Prabhat Gagne Yogura Sankirtanaye Mayavadhamingilo Daragatan Udhritya Jivaniman Krishna Prema Sadabdigahan Sukham Pradata Prabhum Tam Bhaje Namo Gaura Kishoraya Bhaktavadhutamurtaye Gaurang Padma Bhangaya Radha Bhavani Sevine Vande Bhakti Vinodam Shri Gaura Shakti Swarupakam Bhakti Shastragya Samrajam Radha Rasa Sudhanadim Gaura Vrajasata Shaira Vaishnavaira Vanda Vignaham Jagannatha Prabhum Vande Premabdhyam Riddha Vaishnavam Mancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhuvaivacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Namo Mahavadanaye Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaura Tushe Namah Jayatam Surtau Pango Ramamamanda Matargati Matsarvasya Padam Bhojao Radha Madanam Mohano Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadrumadha Śrīmad Ratnagara Singhasanasthao Shri Gandharva Śrīla Govinda Devo Krishtali Sevyamano Smaram Shriman Rasarasarambhivam Shivata Tatasthita Karshana Venusaner Gopi Gopinath Shriyastana Vrindaya Tulsi Devyaya Priyaya Kesasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Pradevi Sattvattaya Namo Namaha Athanatva mantra guruna bhavatarthadan Vyasan jagat gurunatva tato jayam mudire Jai Saparikara Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharva Govinda Sundar Pat Padmanam Dastu Jai Saparikara Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Yupat Padmanam Dastu Sakalo Vaishnava Pade Mora Namaskar Ite kichu aparada naukama Hoya cheno ibena Prabhura jato bhaktajan Vandana koryami sabarachana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauru Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sastang Dandat Pranam to all the Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, devotees, servitors worldwide, serving at the lotus feet of Om Vishnupad, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswāmī Mahārāj, Om Vishnupad, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Srīdhar Dev Goswāmī Mahārāj, and Om Vishnupad, Vishwarenya Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Welcome to our Saturday afternoon Bhagavad Gītā discussion and Goshti. So we will continue from where we paused last week, which is we're at Jñāna-yoga, chapter 4, verses we have completed till, we've completed 20, Lavanya, right?
Yes.
So we will begin from 21 onwards. And now we're going to have some ecstatic kirtan led by Lavanya Sundari and Nanda Kishore Prabhu.
Mildly.
Mildly. All right.
Ooh, let's do a tiny one. They're tiny. Okay, we'll do Shri Charitamrita and we'll do Śuddha Bhakata. And you're here because you'll follow. Yeah. Like, because you get it. I don't need to explain it. You understand. Okay. मेरा unmuted है ना mic. Okay, good. Okay. Why? But why? Bhaja Śrī Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Bhaja Śrī Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. We're on page 74. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Bandho mui sabadana mate. Jaharo prasade bhar e bhava toriya jai. Krishna prapti hoy jaha hoy te. Guru mukha padma vakya chitete koriyaika. Arona kori ho mane asha.
आशा श्री गुरु चरणे रति जैसे उत्तम गति जय प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन जन प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेद गाय जहाँ चरित श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु धम जनार बंधु लोकनाथ केर जीवन आहा प्रभु कर दया दे हमारे पाद छाया राधा लोइल शरणा तुया पदे लोइल शरणा आमी शरणिलाम आमी शरणिलाम अभय श्रीपाद पन्ने शरणिलाम अमर दया करा है पतित पावन श्री गुरुदेव दया करा है अधम पतित जने दया करा है आदम पतित जने दया करो है गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव जय श्री Guru-vaiṣṇava Māhātmya-gīti by Śrila Narottam Das Ṭhākur. Okay, and then we'll do page 270. I think, yeah, 270. 270. 270. Śuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayānukula Śuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayānukula Bhakata Seva Parama Siddhi Premalati Karamula Bhakata Seva Parama Siddhi Premalati Karamula Śuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Vajanayanu Kula
Śuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Vajanayanu Kula
Madhavati Thi Bhakti Janani Jatane Palana Kori
Bhakti Janani Jatane Palana Kori
Krishna Bhakti Bhakti Boli Parame Adare Bori
Krishna Bhakti Bhakti Boli Paramadare Boli
Śuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Vajanayanu Kula
Śuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajananu Kula
Gauraya Mara Kesabasthane Karala Bhramana Range
Gaurama Kesabasthane Karala Bhramana Range
Gauraya Mara Kesabasthane Karala Bhramana Range
Sabasthane Karala Bhramana Range
Sabasthana Hari Boyami Pranai Bhakata Sange
Sabasthana Hari Boyami Bhakata Sange
Sabasthana Hari Boyami Pranai Bhakata Sanga
Sabasthana Hari Boyami Pranai Bhakata Sange
Nidanga Bhaja Shunite Mon Abasara Sada Jate
Sunite Manan Abasara Sadate
Nidanga Bhaja Shunite Mon Abasara Sada Jate Shunite Mon Abasara Sada Jate Gaura Bihita Kitana Shuni Anande Hridaya Nate
Gaura Bihita Kitana Shuni
Gaura Bihita Kitana Shuni Anande Hridaya Nate Śuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Vajanayanu Kula
Śuddha Bhakata
Charana Renu Vajanayanu Kula Jugala Murti Dekhiya Mora Paramananda Hoy
Jugalamurti Dekhiya Mora Paramananda Hoy
Prasada Seva Korite Hoy Sakala Prapancha Jai
Prasada Seva Korite
गृहते गोलोक भाया दिन गृहे भजन देखी गृहते गोलोक भाया
भजन देखी गृहते गोलोक भाया
करण सिधु देखिया गंगा सुख न सीमा पाया चरण सिधु देखिया गंगा सुख न सीमा पाया
चरण सिधु देखिया गंगा सुख न सीमा पाया
शुद्ध भक्ता चरण रेणु भजन अनुकूला
शुद्ध भक्ता चरण रेणु भजन अनुकूला
भक्त सेवा परम सिद्धि प्रेमलती करमूला तुलसी देखी जुड़ाय प्राण माधव तो शनि जानी
माधव तो शनि
गौरा पिया सास सेवाने जीवन सार्थक मानी
गौरा पिया सास सेवाने जीवन सार्थक मानी
भक्ति दिनो कृष्ण भजने अनुकूल पाया जा भक्ति दिनो कृष्ण भजने अनुकूल पाया जा प्रति दिवसे परम सुखे स्वीकार करो
प्रति दिवसे परम सुखे
प्रति दिवसे परम सुखे स्वीकार करो प्रति दिवसे परम सुखे स्वीकार करो
प्रति दिवसे परम सुखे स्वीकार करो
शुद्ध भक्ता शरण रेणु भजन अनुकूला भक्त सेवा परम सिद्धि प्रेमलती करमूला बोलो शुद्ध भक्ता चरण रेणु भजन अनुकूला हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Śuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Vajanayānukula.
Śuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Vajanayānukula. Jai.
Śuddha Bhakata by Śrīla Bhakti Vinod Ṭhākur.
Jai.
That will be our offering.
Ekadashi tithi ki jai.
Jai Ekadashi Tithi ki jai.
So, our chant is in
Yeah, we
the
don't
kitchen.
have the mic on yet.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. We'll switch it on.
Yeah.
Okay. Unless you want to sing.
Do you have the Bhagavad Gītas?
Nabi's gonna go, he's grabbing it.
Okay. Okay.
So it'll take a second.
That's okay.
There's one right there for you. What you got there?
Yeah, I have here. That's okay. Huh?
Remove this area. Remove this one, please. So till we're getting the books, let's do 21, 22 and 23. So we'll chant it and then we'll just do the 3 and then when we get the text then we can continue. So 21, 22 and 23, this is chapter 4, the path of knowledge, Jñāna-yoga. निराशीर यत चित्तात्मा त्यक्त सर्व परिग्रह शारीरम केवलम कर्म
kurvannapnoti kilvisham yadrichālābhasantushto dandatito vimatsara sama siddhava siddhaucha kritvāpina nibadhyate gatasangasya muktasya jnānavasthita cetasa jnānayācārata karma samagram praviliyate. Okay, so you want to start?
Well, what's this thing?
21, chapter 4, verse 21.
Desireless, controlling mind and body by the intelligence and renouncing all possessiveness and acquisition, no sinful or pious reaction is incurred by such a person, who may act to acquire mundane objects merely for his bodily sustenance.
22.
Contains his his readiness available and unaffected by duality of pleasures and pain, attraction and aversion. Such a person has no envy. He equivoques, neither elated nor dejected in success or failure. Though active, he is not bound by any action.
Do you want me to read?
23.
Yeah, do you want me to read?
The one who is detached, enlightened, and liberated, all his actions performed in the spirit of sacrifice are perfectly disciplined.
Commentary. The actions of one practicing the yoga of selfless action do not lead to apurva, as considered by the philosophers known as karma mīmānsaka. According to their ethical yet atheistic ideology, the karma mīmānsakas or mundane rationalists claim that pious actions produce an unseen subtle potency known as apurva, which must fructify at the appropriate time after death. Their conception that this fruit can later be shared by others is meant to show the eternality of karma or action, but it ignores the presence of the Supreme Autocrat. So the statement of Śrī Krishna, samagrama praviliyate, all actions are dissipated, ought not to be misinterpreted to mean that the actions of liberated souls cause some such remote worldly consequence or apurva. Rather, the Lord indicates that the actions offered to Him by the selfless karma yogi do not cause any subsequent reaction to be either enjoyed or suffered by others in this mundane plane. So remember, this thread started with this statement that one needs to see action in inaction and inaction in action. So here it's further getting into the intricacy of how, as the example here is given of the person or of that personality who is controlled, equipoised, and unaffected by dualities, and not envious, who is not envious. Oh, here, take it. Just take it over there. So, who is not envious
such a person, although active, is not bound by action, which means if one is not bound by action, means there's no reaction occurring to the things that they may be doing on this performative plane, on this plane of action, which means they are mukta. They already have achieved liberation from this plane of action and reaction. So this example is further expanded in these 3 verses where he's explaining, Krishna is explaining how such a person can attain that level of, although apparently active, apparently engaged in so many things, but internally, because of that situation that they're in, they're not incurring any reactions. Because everything that they're doing, that entire engagement of theirs is intended to serve, to please the Supreme. And because of that, everything that they're performing, they're doing, even their own sustenance that they're engaged in to acquire, they will have to acquire objects to sustain themselves. That is not considered act of karma. And in that commentary, the Apurva, the Karma Mīmānsaka people with this ideology that they create good and bad for people is negated. That does not happen. So those who have doubt in terms of can such a stage happen, he's giving further example and details of how that level can be gotten to. So although active in this world, they're not incurring any sin or piety, vice versa. So the thing is, it's not like I want some good spiritual credit or merit. That's why I'm doing it. It's for a good cause. So they're doing it for the absolute good. So that's why the activities are considered on the plane of transcendence and not on the mundane plane or of the mundane nature, because the intent and the situation, the angle of vision is all properly adjusted, and everything that is coming is only for the pleasure of the Supreme. So because of that intent and the intensity, all what we or normally is perceived as mundane action and then the reaction, it's all burnt. It's all burnt away. Hare Krishna. 23 is this. So now we can chant 24, 25, 26. 27. Let's chant till 27. Commentary. Charata karmas samagram paviliyate
So, Brahmarpanam, okay. Alright, ready? Brahmarpanam Brahma Havir Brahmagno Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina Devam Eva Pare Yagyam Yogina Paryupasate Brahmagnava Pare Yagyam Yagyena Evopajovati Shrotradinindriyanyanye Samayam Agnishu Juhvati Sabdadina Vishayananya Indriyangishu Juhvati Sarvindriyani Karmani Prana Karmani Chapare Atma Sanyamya Yogagno Juhvati Jnana Deepite. Okay. Lavanya, you want to start?
Okay. The ladle is Brahman, the oblation is Brahman, offered by Bhraman into the fire of Brahman. One whose consciousness is fully absorbed in Brahman, action certainly attains to Brahman, the Absolute.
You want to?
25?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Some yogis offer sacrifices to the demigods, and others offer the self into the fire of Brahman by vibrating the pranava mantra Om.
Some offers their senses of hearing, touching, seeing, tasting, and smelling into the fires of self-control. Yet, others offer the sensitive objects of sound, touch, form, tasting, and smell into the fire of the senses.
Again, there are the yogis who offer all their functions of the senses and the life forces into the yogic fire of self-purification ignited by knowledge.
So this number 24, the ladle is Brahman, the oblation is Brahman, offered by Brahman into the fire of Brahman. So everything is one, right? Everything is one. But if you remember when we studied the details of samadhi and what it actually is, the functional adjustment was one part thereof, in which I had put in terms of function, or so there's three aspects to anything that is happening on this plane. There's always the observer, the observed. So the observed is the object, the observer is the subject, and then there is the act of observation. So any relative reality will consist of these three things or principles, if you may call it. So look at this verse carefully. What is he saying? He is in that plane of absolute, which is like the plane which is beyond satas, raja, uttama, beyond the three modes. There's this new dimension that opens up. It's non-duality. The ladle is Brahman. What is ladle? Object. Oblation is Brahman. Offered. Oblation is Brahman means what? The act. Offered by Brahman, the subject, into the fire of Brahman. Fire of Brahman. Fire again is subtler object.
So, object, the observer, and the act of observation. All three converge at one point, and a higher level of non-duality emerges. That is the way of understanding this. And so simultaneously the ladle is existing, and simultaneously it's all one also. So like that. Not to be confused like all is actually just getting into one. So
But this the position of the stillness is necessary.
stillness,
Yeah.
because without getting to that level, then we can't dissociate from these different
Aspects.
principles that are acting, and we're considering them as, oh, that's normal, that's us, that's me doing it. So unless there's that stillness, then one can get to that state of actually seeing what is happening and being at that stage. So without that stillness, but it's intermediate. It's not something that is all in all. Stillness is all in all. So it's like an intermediate stage. One doesn't have to try for it, like, okay, let me try for stillness and then movement. For us, we wholesale want to surrender to the holy names, chant, and then that way.
It should be a direct connection with the stillness without trying to.
So, direct connection meaning you will get to the stillness, or what are you saying?
Well, the understanding, and in the process of understanding, I get to the situated and the understanding of the stillness.
Yeah, you will understand it.
Yeah.
By the process of surrender and beginning to chant and beginning to actually doing service, you will understand all of it. Whether in a trance or any which way, one will completely understand. All levels. Because it says, Yasmin Vigyate Sarvamidam Vigyatam Bhavati. So we are going to the end of the line. So one who goes to the end of the line has seen all the transitional levels and stations. They'll be familiar with all. We will be familiar with all. Can't but be,
In the situation of when we say we try, what part of ourselves is the one who is trying?
Whatever we can conceive of at this point in time. We don't have to struggle to go, well, that part of me is going to try that while the other part is going out hunting. No, it's like me, all of it, whatever I can conceive of myself right now, I am going to submit.
From what part of my existence that is conceived?
Whatever you can conceive of. So you must have a conception or some idea of what makes you who you are. So from that conception, moving in a practical way and not imagining anything. Because these are not mental levels. Although it is Gyan, but there is, means and ends must be just like justified or clearly defined. That Gyan one is going through for what end, not for Gyan itself. Because he says in that, it says, Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mama prapadyate. So it leads to this non-dual level of realization, Brahmajyoti, consciousness, plane of consciousness, and one gets situated on that plane and understands it. But that is not all in all. That is like a liminal, intermediate stage. It is to be understood.
And to continue that from the settled stage, middle stage.
It won't bother if one is surrendered, and if one is properly following, then that won't bother. It'll just be like a stage, like any other stage that is one is going through as one is evolving. But because once one surrenders and goes through the process as in the line, then one is protected. One is not just by my own. I'm not by my own self. I'm being protected. I'm being taken by the agents. So that agency, which essentially means a category of higher energy, is actually guiding. Rather than me trying to traverse through that no man's land. And then there are higher chances of me just being lost there, and
It's so difficult.
Yeah. So for protection and for complete growth, and not just by the mind somehow feeling, because there's no way. There's so many Brahman. Also, again, there's levels. There's no way for anyone to know at what level one is. One starts to imagine things, and then what happens then.
Prabhu, what's mean Brahman? Because here said everything is Brahman, not the subject, the action, the fire. And what's mean? What is
Brahmajyoti? It's the divine light. Divine light of consciousness. It's the non-dual plane.
As the conscience.
Yeah.
Divine conscience.
Consciousness.
Consciousness.
Yeah. So although everything is of that nature, but some section of people just believe that that's all in all. They don't see that there is further variegatedness within that non-dual plane. So this plane we call mundane reality, and that plane we call, as we grow, then we come to absolute relativity. That's what we talk about, that world, the Vaikuntha and further up all the way to Golok Vrindavan, that is fully manifest. But that is not like what we're used to here. There are similarities, but the spiritual sky and the inhabitants, the constituents, it's of a different nature. But it's all like manifest. It's not like the liminal, just divine light.
So we live in that possibility of going back to our true nature and expand the consciousness that we already are. We're not really. It comes like return. They say go back to go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
That way, it's bypassing the mind and the anarthas and all the things that we are impediments, and to abide in the variegatedness with an equipoise vision without deviating is
Yeah, without deviation, the thing of, like if you ask, our practice is to just like in submission and in this internal mood of this understanding that by myself, although I'm part of the Supreme, but by myself I'm really nothing, and I would need help. Just like if someone wants to study, or if someone wants to be good in some subject, even mundane subject, one looks for a teacher, someone who's more accomplished than them, someone who's ahead of them, and then engages in that. And it may so happen that they may go further than the teacher, and the teacher may be happy for that. But in any case, what does that tell us? That tells us, and this is what we're talking about, the mundane thing. Like anyone going to school, they're going to, let's say, get better at certain topics, certain subjects. In a mundane way, like if someone wants to study economics, they go to, some school of economics, they go to, certain schools and look for faculty that are better, and they'll have a good experience, they'll learn. So this tendency is from where? This tendency is because in a fundamental way we know that we are tathastha, that we are marginal. So we tend to be perfect, but we can not achieve perfection by ourselves. So we need energy. Like even now, we're under material energy. We're not on our own.
This thing is also...
Hold on one second. We are not on our own. If we're thinking like right now I'm on my own, but in my perfected stages, then I will be under the shelter. No, even now you're under the shelter. But you've taken shelter of the external energy. This process is to take shelter of the internal energy. So it actually holds you and takes you all the way. So all of these things are not to be acquired or to be aspired for in a separate sense. In a separate way, like let me achieve Brahman and then I will go to Para-Brahman. No. But we are studying it since it's here. Does that make sense?
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Very intellectual.
It's a start.
Part of inquiry is scholarity. It's also academic, it's also mechanic, it's also egotistical. There's so many elements.
Mechanic and egotistical you put in one category.
Yeah. Whatever. But the point is that the creator, we're talking about soul, Bhraman, and all of these things pertain to perfection. And perfection is superior than any other mental speculation or trying or studying himself and all the things that surrounded us. They can be used in a deceptive way from ourselves.
No, Prabhu, perfection, like you're saying, to you, what perfection means may not mean perfection to me. Yeah. It's all relative. So it's the mind. What you're speaking from is the mind, is what I'm trying to say. And by speculating more and more from the level of the mind, it won't take you far. It'll just keep you within the periphery of the mind, which is huge. But it's still the mind.
But how about if that sounds, those things that sounds mindful, it really comes from the heart.
How do you know?
How would I know? I know by the creator, Krishna himself, of the creation. It creates perfect things. We are imperfect because we try to enjoy the fruit of action. And the fruit of action, like in the chapter said, that if you abide and not to be identified with the gaining of the fruits and obtaining,
I don't understand what you're...
Where we're going, yeah.
I don't know where we're going, so that's why, if you can...
I'm not trying to be understood by you. I'm trying to understand my condition.
I will help only if I understand. That's why I was like, I don't know what the drift is or where we're going. So be more focused if you can, like so that I can understand.
I'm expressing according to my capacity.
And
my capacity has to be respect and my neophyte condition in order to develop. It's called compassion toward the neophyte practitioner, and it's not a comparison or a contrast or anything.
Okay.
It's trying to develop some form of understanding according to my shortcomings.
Okay.
Which I also
That's beautiful.
have a form of love and self-respect for myself.
Beautiful.
Other than that, I won't even jump into something that I'm trying to develop.
Jai.
Come to the right place.
Beautiful.
So I'm with you. I'm with him.
I don't have a show. I'm not trying to. I'm a neophyte, ignorant human being.
Okay. Hari Bol.
I don't need to be reminded of that. I need to be helped to get out of it.
Yeah, we're all here for that.
That's what I'm here. Other than that, I just keep by myself.
That's not good. We have to have some association. But anyway.
Neither one is good.
Anyway, I mean, I'm only...
not qualified to explain myself.
I'm only sharing...
correctly to be able to inquire. So what is the help then?
No,
To say that I'm not focusing right and that I'm totally lost in the nebulous and all those things doesn't help me at all.
I didn't say that. If I said that, then...
But this is what I understand.
Well, my whole thing was that the jugglery of the mind or the tendency for
That's your
persons...
perception, Prabhu. I have a heart,
Okay, Prabhu.
I have
Okay,
bigger
Prabhu.
heart than my mind.
All right.
That won't be.
Okay, understood.
I mean, don't sound like that. But
All right.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
Regarding 25, I'm unfamiliar with the term Bhravana mantra.
Pranav.
Yeah, could you explain that to me? I'm not sure about
Pranav essentially is Om, the vibration of Om. That is Pranav. And there's a section of persons who just concentrate on Om, the vibration Om, because that primordial sound is actually the basis of creation. And it has the basis of all of creation. So for us, Guru Mahārāj has advised us that Om actually means like a big yes, like whatever it is that you're looking for, it exists. So all the charm, the ecstasy, and the loving interactions, association that one is looking for, it's available. So it's like a big yes for us, but here it's more technical, like Pranav. So Om Tat Sat, and other variations they chant, just to reach the non-dual Brahman level. They're not so interested in the devotional aspects, just showing off, and more of like, I have achieved
certain
And the
things.
pranava, the word pranava means,
Om, Pranav.
okay, so it's okay. All right, thank you.
Pranav means Om. So that's what that means.
Light.
Any subsequent reaction. Yeah, so this number 24, where the ladle is Brahman, the oblation is Brahman, offered by Brahman into the fire of Brahman, is basically referring back to that functional aspect of absolute, where the adjustment is in terms of functionality, the observer, the observed, and the act of observation, they all converge at one point. Such is the fine nature of concentration at that level. So one gets to that, where this dimension of non-duality opens up, and then one gets familiar with that, and then further growth. But it's explained here, so we cover that. Did we read 26 or?
Yeah, we read till 27.
Okay, so 26 is, some offer their senses of hearing, touching, seeing, tasting, and smelling into the fires of self-control. Yet others offer the sense objects of sound, touch, form, taste, and smell into the fire of the senses. Now, what does that mean? You want to explain that, Prabhu, for us? What does that mean to you?
Read it again.
Huh?
Read it again. Repeat.
Haripriya Didi,
What?
number 26.
I read?
Number 26.
Can I read?
Yeah, do you follow that?
Some offer the sense of eating, touching, seeing, tasting, and smelling into the fire of self-control. Yet others offer the sense objects of sound, touch, form, taste, and smell into the fire of the sense. But I don't know
Okay.
really what means.
So one I'll give you is that.
Is another conscience?
So it's going towards that, but it's first is their senses, and so it's different levels, objects of the senses, and then the senses. So it's getting subtler. So the two different levels he's explaining. So in one line he's giving the senses, and the other line he's giving the objects of the senses. So that's the difference. Huh? That verse where he says, Indriyani paran nahur indriye bhaya parammana. So that means the objects of the senses, above, first there is dull matter, then above that is the category of objects of the senses, and above that is actually the senses, then the mind and intelligence and so forth. So that's why, he is explaining that category differently, objects of the senses, and the senses is a separate category. Okay, 27. Again, there are the yogis who offer all the functions of the senses and the life forces into the yogic fire of self-purification, ignited by knowledge. So you get the life force, it's more like the pranic flows, so more subtle. Okay, let's do 28.
I'm sorry, this might be a dumb question.
Yeah.
When it's saying offering into the fire of the senses, what is it? What does that mean? Like, I don't understand. Offering into the fire.
So that fire of the senses is like a category. So as a category, one has gotten to such a subtle level where they can understand what that level is, or what those things are. Not just reading them, but within. So be able to completely, you can say, separate, dissect, and then offer it. The process of creation and the process of destruction are kind of similar. So from sound comes touch, and then more and more gross, all the way to the grossest. And the way of destruction is, so each one folds up into the next. And the destruction way is also like that. So from the gross, then it goes into the subtle, and then the subtler, and then finally everything rolls up into sound. So once you understand that, then you sort of roll it up.
So are you like sacrificing sense objects?
So how that would mean, what does sacrifice mean? What does sacrifice mean?
To do with that.
That's one way of understanding. So, or just sacrificing it. Fire being the conduit. Like we have the fire sacrifice. So you then also understand, what is sacrifice? Where does it originate from? So if you remember that it actually originates as an obligation. So someone who actually studies dharma or studies Sanatan religion, then they will understand that sacrifice is actually like an obligation. And then one studies obligation to these higher levels, so to offer part of what is coming to me or what I was going to consume in my current understanding, I am sacrificing some part of it for a higher cause, maybe relative. So it's born of that. And then it develops all the way to the highest plane where the other side of love is actually sacrifice. So it's actually meant for that, but we need to start studying it or looking at it from wherever we're at. We're all at different levels, different planes of understanding, and from there we take whatever we have with humility, and then we start. Because sacrifice is sacrificing. Like charity is different. Charity is from a point of view or from an intention of helping someone, me being in a position that is better off. That is actually completely different than sacrifice.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's not sacrifice because I give in charity something.
Intention wise, no, it may look the same, but charity is different. Charity is like, let me help you.
Yes.
Charity is always, let me help you. Sacrifice is never, let me help you. Completely different.
Wow.
Is that fair, Mother Prabhu?
See what?
Is that fair?
Very fair, yes, completely.
Lavanya, is that? So that's why it may appear like same or similar, like, hey, here's I'm giving. But it's, in essence, it's kind of different.
Actually, isn't it kind of dangerous to be charitable because we create karmas to where they have to?
That's right.
Seriously.
Yes, it is. So that's why it is said that even charity, whatever that you give away, just make sure you have Krishna in sight. Do it for Him.
Yes, you must be pure.
So even if that intent is there, like let me give from a position of, oh, I'm so high and so I'll give you something. Even if you have that, but if you do it for Krishna, it's way better than doing it otherwise, without Him being in the picture.
Yes, it's easier to give than to receive. To receive is more complex.
We are all working on being good receivers.
Yeah.
There is resistance always. So whatever we can do, it's good. That's actually a good way of saying it. That it's easier to give.
It's true.
See, if something is awesome, then we appreciate it. We have to. We are compelled to. You can't avoid it.
And that is true generosity, I think, when you have that.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's it's something natural. Like okay,
It goes up within you and comes out.
requires some evolution beyond being a beastly human, to be able to have that. Even with egotistically, let me help others. So, I think that is, in any way, that is good. And it's easier, like Adi Prabhu said, easier than to receive.
Give it to you.
Because to receive, then I have to consider myself bereft.
So much.
Bereft.
Yeah, right, that one too.
And so my ego will always come in like, no, how is that possible? I can fend for myself.
I don't need you.
I don't need you. So it will always come up. And so, then, we need. So always help is needed at all levels. It's not like, oh, now I don't need help. If that thing comes in, then further adjustment is needed. But help is always needed at all levels. That is the way of the Sharanagat, for the one who's taking shelter. Not going by my abilities, receiving. So way to receive is to be negative or cultivate that negativity. That's all we can do. I can cultivate my negativity that it may seem I know this, but really, what do I know? It may seem I know this, I could answer this, I could talk, I could do this, but it's kind of pretentious. I don't really know. So all these jnana and everything going, ultimately, bhakti is like a flow. It doesn't require like really detailed, fine knowledge, nothing. It just requires to be in that flow and to do what pleases Him and to assist those who are pleasing Him. That's all. Where is the mind in that flow?
Well, hopefully, being nice.
Isn't that a form of capacity? Capacity of service?
that can also be given. That I was actually at one point thinking like that, but then I heard actually just exactly that from what your question was my question, and the answer was Govinda Mahārāj's, Śrīla Govinda Mahārāj. No. So when you're given that service, then the capacity of that service is also given. I was like, then I was like, Jai. It's not just like, here, do this, and then, well, now I'm going to go to the gym and develop capacity. No. That's why we're tatastha, so we have to know our limitations. So then higher energy will even provide for that. Like, okay.
You can't come in if you're full of yourself.
How can you receive like that? Like you said, how will you receive? If I'm full, what will you give me? So,
because it comes back to you. The responsibility to address the opportunity to serve.
True. Lavanya, did we do 28?
No, we just read and chanted and something.
Hari Mahārāj ki jai, jai.
Hare Krishna. Good to see you, have your darshan, good to be seen by you, Mahārāj. Looking healthy.
Yeah.
Jai.
You know, in India, sometimes little cold, it's a stomach problem, but it's not so bad.
Those are,
We went to do parikrams with Arun Krishna.
yeah, he was there, he told me. Jai.
He was happy. It was the first time he says this, had the opportunity to do parikrams.
Jai. He was telling me. He was there. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, his feet were all, like with bandits everywhere. And he's saying, what happened to you? He said, I just bought a new shoes.
Jai Gurudev. Govinda, Govinda. मेरा फ्लास्क है वहाँ पे?
It's right here.
मेरे को दे दे please. Thank you.
And then I keep finding Aaron everywhere I went. Everywhere. There's thousands of devotees, thousands of people. I turn around. And you look at me. Oh, again.
Nice.
Hare Krishna. Well, he's very elevated and
When's he coming home?
I think he's
Oh,
here.
he's here, okay.
I haven't-
You'll see him tomorrow.
I think so.
I would hope. I'm missing.
He asked me, so he also asked me along with Mahārāj for the Sunday program, so we were doing it. I'm glad to have him back.
Yes.
He went to his father's did that, and then came. That's Prayagraj. He went to Prayagraj. So we can do 28, 29, 30.
Yeah.
Just 3, and then we'll pause. Is that okay, Didi?
We have time?
No? Well, we can stop here, then we can do next time.
No,
Because it's
No,
difficult
let's do those
things,
next
no?
3. Let's do the next 3.
Just 3?
And the next I think better because it's not easy this sense.
Yeah, it's a little intense.
Intense.
28. Okay, Lavanya, help us please.
Okay, 28, so we can chant together. Swadhyaya jnana yagyasa cha. Dravya yagyastapo yagya yoga yagyasa tatha pare. Swadhyaya jnana yagyasa cha yatata samasita vrata. Apane juhvati pranam prane panam tatha pare. Pranapana gati ruddhava pranayama parayana apare niyatahara pranana praneshu juhvati sarve piyete yagya vidau yagyakshay kalmasha. What is it? Yagyakshaita kalmasha. Yagyashistamata bhujo yati brahma sanatanam nyayam lokostya ayagyasya kutavanya kurusattama. Oh, we did 31, so okay.
31's only one line though, so
Yeah,
it's okay.
that's why I went over. Okay. Would you like to read? Pilgrim, sir.
All these persons are knowers of the sacrifice purified by sacrifice. Enjoy the nectarean remnants of sacrifice. They obtain the eternal plane of the Absolute.
Where are you reading from?
Number 30. He read 30.
I was like, where are you?
That's what he liked, so.
Okay, that's right.
But it's
Starting
good.
from 28, so that's why I was like, where did you go?
So you can do 28. That's okay.
He already read 30, so that's great then. Sincere in their practices and faithful to their vows, some persons sacrifice their possessions, some undergo strict penances as a sacrifice, some practice the eightfold mystic yoga as a sacrifice, and yet others perform knowledge sacrifice by singing and introspectively studying the Vedas.
I like that one. Knowledge sacrifice.
29. You want to read?
Other practice breath control, closing the right nostril and inhaling through the left. They bring the ascending air into union with the descending. Closing the left nostril and exhaling through the right, they summarily offer their descending air into the ascending. Then, closing their nostrils, they check both ascending and descending airs. Yet other practitioners of sense control offer all the senses into the life airs by reducing their food intake.
And then 31 you can read. Let her read. Hari Priya Didi.
31?
Yeah, please, Didi.
Huh?
Yes, Didi.
No 30?
Okay.
Okay. O Arjuna, foremost of the gurus, without sacrifice, one cannot attain fulfillment in this world, to say nothing of the next.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
There has to be this sacrifice, and one has to know what sacrifice is.
Going to India was a sacrifice.
Austerity? How about austerity?
Yeah, because there's austerity, charity, sacrifice. So, pick
Finer.
your one.
Just finer adjustment. You're on the right track. But that is austerity. But sacrifice?
I guess
Well, he was. So here's the thing. He's doing parikrama.
right.
And which is basically he's going there to actually adjust so that he can try and go in deeper and then perform kirtan, and that is sacrifice. That is the actually prescribed sacrifice.
So he was setting himself. He was doing austerity to set himself up for
Yeah.
sacrifice.
See, so the situation has been analyzed from all angles, and so yeah, there was sacrifice. There was austerity.
I did a good thing.
About time.
Hare Krishna.
Only you can say that. Only you can say that.
He's a tough preacher. Like, about time.
About time.
Jai. So we'll pause here. Oh, he's Adi.
I mean, you can't like or dislike. Like, he's Adi, right? He's original.
You can't, unavoidable.
Yeah, like you can't be like, well, I don't like. Well, he's Adi. Too bad.
So who are you trying to avoid? I'm trying to avoid Adi.
Good luck.
Hello, not possible.
Sometimes as Lord Indra. Sometimes debuts as Lord.
Well, Indra we can kind of argue with a little bit, but not Adi. When Adi manifests, then it's Adi.
Yeah, exactly. It's true.
That was the mercy that Govinda Mahārāj gave me. You are Adi.
I guess he saw.
That's where they are.
When he got initiated, he gave me the name, and I asked the meaning of it, and he said original. I said, oh, okay.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean,
thank you.
he understood him to be the original. He's like,
Very beautiful.
Other than that, I won't have no chance.
That's true.
Jai Om Vishnupad Śrīla Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswāmī Mahārāj ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Śrīla Bhakti Rakshak Srīdhar Dev Goswāmī Mahārāj ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishwarenya Śrīla A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Saparikar Shri Shri Guru Gaurango Gandharvika Giridhari Ji ki Jai. All the assembled devotees ki Jai.
Thank you.
Ekadasi Tithi ki Jai. And please pardon my offenses. Nittai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo.
Jairam Prabhu ki Jai.
Third time, I got it.
You did it. Good job.
3 chances.
Yeah.